Hey guys, how's it going? So today I came with the tutorial for 3 palettes in one. I used 3 palettes on my eyes today. This is not the first time I try to look like this, but this is the first time that I tried to go ahead and film a look like this. For the look today, I used the Carly Bible Deluxe palette, which looks like this. I used the Winky Lux palette that we got in a past boxy charm, and I also used the Too Faced peach palette. So if you'd like to go ahead and see how I achieve this look, just keep on watching.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is take this Morphe E23 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and dip into the shade Puree from my Sweet Peach palette, and I'm going to sweep that into my crease just in back and forth motions. You don't have to be really precise with this, and you can kind of be messy, but don't apply too much. This is just a transition color. Alright, so now what I'm going to go ahead is I'm going to go ahead and dip into my Carly Bible palette, and there's a color, it's in the last column, it's the second shade. I'm going to take this shade and just sweep it right under, kind of on top of where we just put that puree color. Alright, so now I'm taking this Real Techniques Stone Shadow Brush. It's clean, and I'm just blending that out. Alright, so next step is to take a pointed crease brush, and we're just going to go into the shade Cheshire from the Winky Lux Kitten palette. And we're just going to apply this into the outer corners of our crease. And then we're going to go back into it and blend it out with that same Morphe E23 brush. So for this next step, my camera kind of cut off, so I apologize, but I'm just going to take the glittery shade. It's the most glittery shade in the Carly Bible palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over my lid, making sure I don't go too far off the edge. So now what you see me doing is taking the shade Delectable from the Sweet Peach palette and applying that into my crease and kind of deepening it. I also go ahead and apply that same color into my outer V, and I also blend it out to make sure I have that gradient effect. So now taking that same clean dome shadow brush, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the outer edges of that. Apply some mascara. This is the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced, by the way. This step is optional, but I like to go back into the outer edges with another clean blending brush just to go ahead and make that blend more seamless. So now I'm taking my Born This Way concealer by Too Faced in the shade Deep, and I'm just applying it where I would normally highlight. I'm also going to go ahead and take a little bit of some LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Toffee, and I'm going to blend that out with my e.l.f. small stippling brush. I don't bake, so what I'm doing is taking some Coty Airspun powder and just applying that under my eyes and quickly wiping that off with that same e.l.f. stippling brush. Using my MAC Conceal and Correct palette, I'm just going to go ahead and use the darkest shade in the palette to go ahead and start off a base for my contour. Using that same small stippling brush, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out before I go over it with powder. And the powder I'm using is the darkest shade in the NYX Contour and Highlight palette. It's $25, or at least it was when I bought it. But I use the darkest shade in that palette and it works wonders for me. Taking a little bit of that Coty Airspun powder and my stippling brush, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up my contour and wipe that quickly off because I don't want to look like a ghost. So for my under eye today, I'm going to use the shade from the Winky Lux palette, Cheshire, first. And then I'm going to go over it with the shade Delectable from the Sweet Peach palette. And what this is going to do is this is going to complete the eye look, and it's going to go ahead and make it look more professional, and it's also going to define your eyes. These next few steps are pretty self-explanatory. I just applied some mascara onto my lower lashes and applied some lashes off camera. These are the Ardell Demi Wispies. These are my favorite natural looking lashes, and if you haven't tried them, you should try them. So for my highlight today, I am using the left shade in the highlighters in the Carly Bible palette. It's one of the bigger highlighters, but I love the way this highlighter kind of put the look together. This highlighter, I've been using it with other looks, and let me tell you, it's very versatile and it's very, very pretty. I am literally obsessed with this, and I highly recommend it. So for my lips today, I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with a lip liner from Kiss Professionals New York. It is in the shade Dark Brown, and I love this lip liner for nude lips because it's so dark and it's so creamy and so easily blendable. And for my lips, I'm applying the lipstick embellishment from the NYX Lingerie line.
So I believe we've reached the end of this video. I hope you guys liked this look. I'm trying to go ahead and do colors a little bit more since I don't really do colors. Go ahead and comment which color you'd like for me to do next, because I do have this bad boy, and just look at all the colors in this. Overall, I enjoy using all three of these palettes. I feel like all three of these are a must-have. The Carly Bible palette, just because of this shimmer that I used on my lid, it's just absolutely gorgeous. The Sweet Peach palette is a really good one because I use this to deepen my crease today. I believe this is the end of the video. Let me know what you do want to end up seeing, but until then, please keep it positive. Please do your best every day, whatever day this is, and I will see you next time.